It would be pretty cool to have internal ND. I understand it's pretty hard in a body that small, but there's 3 different approaches to this. Sony already has a drop-in ND filters in the Venice ecosystem. They could carry that over to the camera, but those filters are extremely expensive. They could work with the third-party company like Kolari and make drop-in filters at a much cheaper price. The second way is by adding a clear filter over the sensor. Without IBIS, that space could be used for the electronic ND module. Also, without IBIS, the filter wouldn't need to be engineered to sway with the IBIS module, with the sensor and space. IBIS modules are actually quite large and heat intensive. I think that's why Panasonic cameras do so well. The IBIS mechanism in their cameras are actually quite a bit larger than most manufacturers. This is something that could be used in the S1H Mark II. Instead of a clear filter, that clear filter could instead be an optical low pass filter that doubles as an electronic filter. You would have to take out IBIS. Again, I'd be okay with that. I know what you're thinking. Well, you could just place a filter over the lens. Yes, but if you're using this camera on a commercial drone like the Sony AirPeak or an Aurelia X6, that option isn't as easy. It'd be really nice if you could instead change the ND settings in the Sony or drone app. Third way to do an internal ND is to create a dedicated battery grip. This battery grip wouldn't be just the run-of-the-mill battery grip that takes the same NP batteries as the body. The NP batteries in the body will still exist, and be powered by Sony BP-U batteries. This is important if you're coming from an FX6 or an FX9, or if you're finally upgrading from one of those older Sony FS series cinema cameras, like the FS7, FS5, so forth on. Those batteries will be able to carry over. This theoretical grip could then house an electronic ND filter, which could be fed through a port at the bottom of the camera. Not having IBIS would allow clearance for such a thing to happen. Not having IBIS would also allow the filter to actually cover the sensor regardless of movement. This way, you could also extend control of the ND through the Sony app or the drone app and extend the battery life on using the Sony BP-U batteries, and it keeps the base body compact. Also, if you are against having SDI on the camera body, you can design the battery grip to have SDI. This way, it really lets the users build it up when it's needed.